Okay.
Okay. Good morning, my name is Latravia Wright, and today we're going to tell you about the 6 principles of nonviolence. Dr. Martin Luther King created nonviolence to teach people how to solve conflicts through nonviolence.
Okay. I'm Mia Lyons, and I've learned that Dr. Martin Luther King was 5'7" and got a PhD from Bethune University, which is a doctoral degree.
My name is Latravia Wright. I learned that Dr. Martin Luther King was a civil rights activist, and he led nonviolent protests.
I'm Dora, and I learned that Martin Luther King was well educated and he helped people do nonviolence.
My name is Leah Lyons, and I learned that Dr. King had a wife and 4 children. My name is Rhea Lyons, and I learned that not only Dr. King was nonviolent, his entire family was nonviolent, and he wrote the I Have a Dream speech.
My name is Aria Sullivan, and I learned that Dr. King was born in Atlanta and he's buried in Atlanta.
Do your principles.
Introduce the principles.
Principle 1.
Okay. Principle 1 was nonviolence is not a method for cowards, which would mean you don't need to be physically strong. You need to be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually strong.
Principle 2, nonviolence does not seek to defeat or humiliate the opponent, but to win his friendship and understanding. Meaning they don't want you to fight over it, they want you to talk it out.
Principle 3, nonviolence directs an attack against the person of evil rather than against the person who happens to be doing the evil. Which means that if someone kicked a dog, you don't look at the person, you look at the reason why they kicked the dog.
Principle 4, nonviolence accepts suffering without retaliation, which means that if you're doing something good, like for your mom, and you're missing out on something, and you're suffering, you don't do anything about that. Principle 5, nonviolence avoids not only external physical violence, but also internal violence of the spirit. Meaning, nonviolence attempts to stop not only physical violence where you're physically hurting the person, but also mental violence or verbal violence where you're hurting them with words, or cyberbullying would count as well.
Principle 6, nonviolence believes that the universe is on the side of justice, which means if you do bad, bad come back to you. If you do good, good come back to you.
Tell them what you're doing.
Today we're about to put on a play to show you the violence way and the non-violence way. All from Principle 2.
What was Principle 2 again?
Nonviolence does not seek to defeat or humiliate the opponent, but to win his friendship and understanding. Okay, everybody get in positions. Okay, ready? Okay, everybody pile out their phones. Even though they shouldn't be out anyway. Ready, set, action.
Okay. I heard she was talking about you. She was saying your
She
hair
calls
was
you
weak.
old, ugly, and rude.
She said what? She's always talking about you.
I'm not even rude, bald.
I'll get it. I know good for you, girl. You know you talking. I'm talking to you. That's my friend.
Jones? Arthur? Ms. Jones?
Wrong class. Wrong class.
Class is
No.
Is the teacher in here?
Yes. And the principal.
Okay, do you have Devonna coming?
Yes.
Can we have her for checkout, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
I can cut it out. It's okay.
Yes. Yes.
Ready, set, and action.
They're always insulting you, calling you ugly, bald, emotionally unstable.
Oh, no.
Obviously you're not.
take my best friend.
No, you trying to take my best friend.
I know her longer than you did.
So,
What's going on over here?
Tell her I'm your best friend. She
pick
ain't.
side. Which one? You want to be on my side?
Or you want to be on my side, not the, you know.
I don't know which one of you is your best friend. Maybe you should fight.
Cut! Okay.
Okay.
So Rodney, now we're going to show you the correct way to do it.
Non-violent.
Right. Ready, set, start.
You don't have to fight. It's nonsense. Don't sell us with violence. We can talk over it. We can all be friends.
Get some
Some
ice cream.
ice cream.
I want some ice cream.
Okay, process.
Do anybody have any questions?
You got a question?
Okay. Who here learned something?
Oh, I learned.
What did you learn?
Mine always doesn't fix the way to your problem.
That's good. Who else learned something? Green kid.
I learned not to be violent.
That's also good. Who else learned something? Gray jacket.
That's great. Oh, alright. You have two options: non-violence or non-violence or violence, and you should only choose the one that is more like nicer.
Say it again.
I learned that it's better to be non-violent than violent because violence never fixes anything.
Anyone else? No, we're just gonna call on people see what y'all learned. What did you learn?
Oh, Jordan.
I learned that sometimes violence is not always the answer.
Even though we call her off guard, that's a good answer.
Okay, who here remembers one of the principles?
It's the problem.
Go ahead.
I can just say principle 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, principle 1.
Which was?
You have to say it.
Okay, who here remembers the principle and can tell us what it was? You.
Principle 6, the universe is in the favor of justice. If you do bad, bad comes to you. If you do good, good comes to you.
That's a good answer. Anyone else?
Question.
We're gonna call someone else at random.
I can still
It's not always nice to talk about.
Okay, what'd you learn?
Me? I learned that violence, you shouldn't choose violence no matter what the situation.
What did you learn? Oh, what did you get?
I learned if there was less violence, then the world would be a better place.
That's good. Read it.
What did you
Read
learn?
it.
Me, I learned that violence is never the answer or the way to go.
What did she learn?
You learned.
What did you learn?
Okay, because y'all put on this show, like the non-violence show, do y'all still do violence?
No.
To be honest, I'm sure at least one of us uses violence.
Like, I'm like,
And honest, we're still learning. You guys are we're still learning.
so like, if somebody walk up to y'all and say y'all want to fight, would y'all talk it out or would y'all fight?
Honestly,
I learned to always be good.
Hear my boys clap one time. Hear my boys clap 2 times. You can hear my boys clap 3 times. Okay, for the sake of time, let's get this, let him talk real quick.
Here's what we need you. This world is in a mess. There's too much violence in our communities, in our homes, in our schools. How many people in this room know somebody that's mad enough to fight? Raise your hand. You're mad enough to fight. I don't want you to say anything. I want you to look around and see how many hands are in the air in this room. Just look around. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Now put your hand down. No question now. Put your hand down. Here's where Mrs. King, Bernice King is Dr. King's daughter. Here's where we are in this advancement. We want you to teach this. You teach better than anybody else, your peers. And we're going around the world. Next month, I'm here to South Africa to teach the South Africans what you just taught. We need your help to stop the violence, the killing, the verbal violence, the cyber violence. And we want you to understand this so that you can teach it down to the elementary. And that's what we've been doing in New York and California, all over the world, in the United States. You get this and put it in your own words and teach other people what can you do besides fight them. What can you do besides fight?
You can talk about it.
Yeah, and once you do that and put it in a skit, you picked it up, and my brother there at the sixth principle, you all are geniuses. And we need you to help reduce this violence in the community. Does that make sense? So we're going to be asking for your help. We can't do it. The police can't do it. The minister can't do it. The teachers are struggling. We want you to create this classroom that's conducive for learning. The teacher's here to teach, not to put out discipline and disrupt you from learning. You're going to be in a world that's going to be very competitive. You're not going to be able to compete because you're not producing an atmosphere that's conducive for learning for the teacher. Does that make sense? So we need your help. And you are very powerful. You are the influence of the world. You know, I was in India, and they're listening to the black music in India, in New Delhi. I was in South Africa. They're going to listen to South African music. They're listening to the music you play. They're dealing with the styles. They're dealing with, you set the tone for the whole world, African American, the whole world. They are looking at you, and you have tremendous influence. We need your help. Mr. Golden, Mr. Terry has helped us, and we're going to create a movement where you can begin to teach this and change this world. Does that make sense? Yes. Thank you very much.
One thing, principle one, nonviolence is a way of life for courageous people. It takes courage to walk away from a fight. It takes courage to stand and listen to people call your name and talk about you. It takes courage. And I say that because I told a badge and a gun for 28 years. And I got threatened by someone one day who also had a badge and a gun. It'd been easier for me to shoot that man. But I chose to follow the process and do what I was supposed to do. If we look at it in that way, it takes strong people to make the choice not to be violent. And if you think about it, it's very true. So we appreciate you guys giving these young ladies your time. And hopefully next year when we come back, we can make this thing broader. You'll be here as 7th graders, and we'll look forward to inviting you to participate, okay? All right, give them a hand again, okay?
I'd just like to thank these young ladies because, as Mr. Golden said, we started out with about 17 and we were giving them pizza and doing other things as an incentive, although we shouldn't have to do that for it to be an incentive for you to be a part of a powerful movement. But they stuck with it, and so I want to commend you all and thank you for sticking with it, and thank you for what you presented today. And also we want to
1, 2, 3. Thank you, Mr. Golden, Mr. Alvin.
You're welcome.
Mr. Golden and Mr. Alvin were donating their time. They weren't getting paid to do this. So they were donating their time. They've been coming here for how many weeks? 6 to 8 weeks?
6 weeks, yeah.
So, and that takes some commitment. So thank you all so much for pouring back into our kids.
You're welcome.
Pass it on.